Okay, third unit of Aputure Storm 1200X is here, and looks like Thomann is a bit fed up with the situation, because this time they haven't sent the light in their branded box. It was just this naked box. Usually they send all the products in their branded Thomann box, so this would be inside their branded box, but this time they send it directly in this box, and they used different courier. Usually they use UPS, as this time it was DHL. And this box is kind of banged up. It is not really banged up, but you can see there are some dents in the box. So I don't know. It doesn't look like it might be damaged, but there are some dents, so we'll also see if this light is tough enough to live through the transport situation with only this box. And I kinda lost my hope that this would be any quieter than other two units. I only hope it won't be noisier, because it might be the case it would be noisier. I hope not. So my first unit got quite loud head, and I would say normal noise levels on the power box. The second unit had a less noisy head, like there was no mechanical element to the fan noise, but the power box was much noisier, much louder than the first one. And of course, Aputure said that both units are too loud. They should be that loud. So I don't know, but I think the situation might be that actually, because all the reviewers never mentioned that this unit is loud. They showcase the bookcase lighting with it, so the light is like 1 meter, maybe 4 feet, so 1 meter 20 centimeters from the talent, and they say it's possible to do the interview with such setup. So maybe there is a possibility that the first units, the review units which were sent to the reviewers, the YouTube reviewers, were different, and maybe then Aputure decided to cut cost and they installed cheaper fans. I don't know. So that's the reality, actually, that zero of the reviewers mentioned it is loud. And you can check my other videos about the previous units and how audible they are on set. And I'm not saying it's like a deal breaker to buy this light, but since it's quite noisy, some of the lighting scenarios are not possible with it unless you want to fight with this noise in post. So let's open this one. Let's open this one together and see. And actually, in the second box, there are reflectors for the Storm 1200X. They are waiting here for like a week. I haven't even unplugged them because I was not sure I would get the replacement unit. So now I got the replacement unit, so I can also unpack the reflectors and see. And what else was funny about the previous units, that the first unit or the second unit was brighter without the reflector. It was the difference like maybe 5% brighter when I checked it with the Sekonic C800. But with the reflector, the second unit was actually dimmer. So I don't know, maybe the reflector was deformed, and that's why there was different spread of the light. But usually Sekonic does not light, and I've done like 50 readings to get the maximum output, and the first unit was dimmer without the reflector and brighter with the reflector, and vice versa with the second. So really strange. So let's see. There is a aperture seal on the zippers, which means it's a new one. Maybe that's a different batch of the storms, and maybe it's quieter. I only hope it's not louder than previous two, because the worst case scenario would be if the head is as loud as the first one and the ballast is as loud as the second one. So I already sent the Storm 1200X twice back to the retailer, and each time I ask Aputure if this is normal, the noise, or the unit is broken, and they said, I have an emails, they said it's actually abnormal. So let's see. And also the second unit had a really tight brake. It was like this brake seemed like it was broken, I don't know. And again, the piece of foil on a COB. The first one hasn't got it, and the second had it, and third also. Oh, the booklet and the stickers. I don't remember the stickers in the first two. I guess I will keep this unit if I guess I would keep this unit anyway, even if it's as loud as the other two. I mean, if it's louder, I would probably rethink this, but I think I would keep it anyway. And I'm actually thinking of modding this to change the fan in the control box and change this main fan here. But this probably means I will lose warranty. So I guess I will wait like a month or two to see if the light is working, and if it's working, then I can mod it. The problem might be that this is some kind of the special fan. This is IP65 rated, the whole light, so I assume that fan is also IP65 rated. So maybe there are special, because there are plenty of fans that are much quieter than this one at this size. Not sure about the airflow, because I don't know what is the airflow of this particular fan, but for sure Noctua and Be Quiet make much quieter fans. So okay, moment of truth. Power box seems to be quieter than the second unit, or maybe it's ramping up. It seems it's the same or similar. Okay, so I have to check what is the dimming curve is linear, and what is the fan setting. Fan mode is DMX control, so let's set to medium. So I think it's similar case as the second unit, I hope. And when it was ramping up, this annoying noise was shorter, but it's still there. Well, I guess I would have to like stop talking and record a piece of sample to see what is the characteristic of this noise. It is quite noisy, I'd say. So that was I expected that it won't be quieter than other two. I think it's not noisier, so that's the plus, but it's definitely quite noisy for the. It's definitely quite noisy to be in a close proximity to the talent. So like the book lighting, I think it would work with the book lighting if you're not fighting the window behind the talent. If you have a window in the frame, you have to pump it to like 70 to 100%, and then it would ramp up to this speed. Then actually, if you're using smart, this spins even faster if you run it at 80+%. So like medium is even better than the smart one if you run it at high power. The problem with this is not a constant noise like a hum, but you can hear some kind of the vibrations and the sound changing over time. So like it's not like when you see the equalizer that this is the constant noise and the frequency is the same, but it's like changing all the time. So that's why it's kind of annoying to remove in post. But I have to check if it's not faulty in terms of the power, and I guess I will leave it, and then I will consider, and then I will probably consider swapping the fans in the future. So, as I thought, they are just noisy, and what is a bit concerning that nobody said that in the reviews. Like Andrew Locke said that it's not quiet, so I think he meant this level of noise. And also, what could be a solution? I will ask the Aputure support if it's possible they introduced another fan mode, like a slow mode that the fan spins at 800 RPMs. Because what is annoying, like this is very loud, and if you use the light at low intensity, you don't need to spin it that hard. You can switch to smart mode, but the smart mode changes the speed of the fan based on the temperature of the COB and the controller. So what is annoying, that is speeds up and speed down, so the sound changes over time. But if this spins at 800 or even 600 RPMs all the time, for example, from 0 to 30%, that would be ideal, because then it's really quiet, and then if it is this constant speed, constant rotating speed, then the sound would be the same at all intensity levels, and probably 800 RPMs won't be enough for anything above 50%, but for the when you use the slow intensity, that would be a great solution. So yeah, I would try and ask them if this is possible to do in a firmware update. I doubt they would even answer, but maybe. Not enough subscriptions. And also I'm going to check, let me switch to Not sure if all the fans, the main fan is not spinning. Not sure about the small ones, but it's at 2%, so the main fan does not spin, and it depends what is the ambient temperature. I've done some tests already to see what is the rotating speed at in a smart mode at each intensity, and I'm going to check today outside because it might be negative, like -2 Celsius today. So I also want to check if the ambient temperature impacts the fan speed, and then, as I also said, I would probably do a torture test with my industrial heater in a small room, so I can heat the room to like 35 degrees Celsius and see what happens in the smart mode. So expect this test. Now we unpack the reflectors and see what's up with them. The seal. Okay. Okay. Oh, again, I got the stickers. So the big boy, 15 degrees. There is a mold, and there is a mold inside that you can put the small one into the medium one, so you can have all three in the same box. Yeah, so maybe I'll do a quick test of the. So with the 45, like the almost whole room is flooded. I'm not sure you can see, but it's from there to there, and since there is a wall, like the flood area would be even bigger. So I wonder if this change, if the flood area would be smaller with different reflectors. Yep, definitely smaller. You can see that, and it's a fridge in the background. I got a new fridge because the old one broke, and this one is a bit noisier than the old one. Like everything nowadays is noisier. For example, the lights. But no, actually, maybe it's not that bad. Because it's smart mode. Okay, sorry. So it's smart mode, so it's not at 1600 RPMs yet. Let me check if I can put this one here. Yes. And also looks like this locking mechanism is a bit different than before, because there is like a step at the end. So I don't know, like something is catching something. I don't know. No, this is much smaller area than before, and there is definitely a hot spot there, which is nice. So like you can emulate the sun with this. Okay, so definitely similar loudness as before. Nothing changed here. I keep it. What can I do? And I guess that's it in terms of the loudness, until I mod it with some quieter fans, if it's possible. Might be the case that Aputure uses some kind of the proprietary connector, and I won't be able to figure out how to connect the fan, but I think that they probably use industry standard PC fan, so like it's 4 cables probably to power the fan and read the rotation speed. So if this is the case, the mod would be quite easy, and actually this power brick seems to be a bit quieter than in the second unit, so that's the plus. But other than that, it is as noisy as before, so you can check my other videos, link here, here somewhere, here, I don't know where, here, link here, link somewhere here, to see how noisy it is on set, and that's the update. And cheers, mate.